After reading Pygmalion, I knew I absolutely had to see an adaptation of it. I wanted to see it on stage. Didn't have the opportunity at the time, so I went for the 1938 film, which was actually apparently written by George Bernard Shaw. The play was actually adapted by him for the screen, which is pretty amazing, and the film itself is absolutely incredible. So this was, as I said, released 1938, and it's directed by Anthony Asquith and Leslie Howard. And I have to say, this film is just beautiful. For me, this is an absolutely fantastic adaptation of the script. There's no pretending to be set in that time period. It pretty much is. And for me, I feel like it's very true to the script. So if you're not familiar with the story, the description from IMDb sums it up pretty well. And this is as follows. A phonetics and diction expert makes a bet that he can teach a Cockney flower girl to speak proper English and pass as a lady in high society. If you haven't read Pygmalion or you haven't seen it, My Fair Lady is based on Pygmalion. So the narrative is pretty much the same. And Henry Higgins, played by Leslie Howard, meets Eliza Doolittle, played by Wendy Hiller. And Eliza Doolittle is a broad Cockney selling flowers, not much money. Henry Higgins is our diction expert, and he decides to try and win this bet by teaching her to enunciate. And as the film progresses, Eliza Doolittle's speech becomes more received, and it's brilliant. That doesn't sound like there's much of a narrative, but for me, it's very much driven by Eliza Doolittle as a character. I also love Henry Higgins, I apologise. But for me, it's all about Eliza and her character. She's feisty, she's fierce, she's likeable, she's excitable when she gets things right, she's frustrated when she doesn't. She's a very well-rounded character, and I love watching her receive these lessons. She's eager, but she's also true to her own person. And that definitely comes across in the performance from Hiller. I think it's a brilliant adaptation and very well performed. It is actually an Oscar winner. It won the Best Writing Screenplay. And apparently George Bernard Shaw was not actually present at the Oscars, unfortunately, that night. It was also nominated for Best Actor in a Leading Role and Best Actress in a Leading Role, as well as Best Picture. The Best Picture winner that year actually went to You Can't Take It With You, which I haven't seen. I will check it out, but it was up against quite a few different films, including The Adventures of Robin Hood and Alexander's Ragtime Band, which is one I'm particularly fond of. So, fair enough. I think now, on reflection, it's a very well-loved and well-received film, and I think it would have been a strong contender in hindsight, I guess. It's got 7.7 out of 10 overall score on IMDb, and I don't know anybody who's seen this who doesn't like it and who doesn't agree that it's a good adaptation. A bit of a mouthful. Maybe I should go and see Henry Higgins. Pygmalion is a brilliant adaptation. If you've read the play, definitely check out the 1938 film. If you've seen it on the stage, check out the film. If for some reason you've seen the film and you haven't read the book, please do read the play. It's pretty much the same, but it's just an immersive experience. And honestly, I really liked the film.